Okay, welcome back, everyone. This is Erik Malkavian as the stranger in the Outer Worlds, the Spacious Choice Edition in 4K. So let's continue our journey. We'll be visiting those places at another time. So, here we are on board. Here's our friend.
Sometimes I wonder about Mr. Hawthorne. What was he like? Why'd he make the computer a talkie? You think he got lonely, flying about on his own?
Probably. Okay, so those are her thoughts. Let's take a look at our journal. Currently, I'm suffering some drug addiction. So we're on the passage to anywhere. In order to revive your fellow colonists stranded in hibernation, Dr. Wells needs me to travel to Stellar Bay on the terraformed moon of Monarch. Monarch is interdicted by the Halcyon Holdings corporate board, so I'll have to procure a nav key through unofficial channels. So he wants me to speak to Gladys of the Groundbreaker, who is a black market fence located in the Groundbreaker, the only neutral station in the Halcyon colony. She can sell me a nav key. So he says I should grab the holographic shroud that he gave to Alex Hawthorne. Okay, it uses biometric data from identity cartridges to project the disguise around me. So it'll be useful for gaining access to restricted areas. In other words, areas where it says you have to be Hawthorne. So I haven't bought any missions. Good to know. We have some points. Now, what I'm going to do is put these two because even if I'm drug addicted, I can still heal my companion for 30% and the healing effect. Okay. Mm. I am worried about sneak. Let's see here. Tech. Dodge distance. Mm. Block. And I've got one more point. Mm. Okay, so taking a look at Pavaratti. She has that light pistol, good condition, 100%, and her impact hammer. I have her set up for close distance, mixed weapons, and defensive. So, defensive, once I tell her to attack a target, companion continues fighting until the combat is over. Okay. There's her stats. She's got no perk points yet. She'll get that on 3 more levels. Can't upgrade her armor yet. Hmm. Space Destroyer's rugged work outfit, perfect for a grease monkey. I gave her a helmet. And that should be in perfect condition. Medium weight corporate armor, solid protection, but cheap enough to produce for basic troopers. So we have plenty of bullets. Cooling. So I have armor mods. Fun time barrels. Ranged weapons mod. Let's see what I can do for Pavatti's weapon. My weapon's pretty mod. So what I'm going to do is I'll take care of that. And I'll be right back. We're ready to continue. Alright, let's take a look around. It's a nav terminal.
Make yourself at home, Captain.
Here. Oh. Okay, holographic shroud. The holographic shroud projects a disguise on you and your companions that give you access to restricted areas, provided you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel, otherwise result in being attacked on sight. Wow. Messages. Unmet from Bedford. Wingman's Wingman Bedford. Alex Wingman Hawthorne. Oh, I forgot to mention in my previous message, silly me, I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, The Space Adventures of Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with a heart of, well, steel. It's not exactly board approved, so don't you go showing around to your spaceship buddies. I hope it will amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely intentional. Wink, wink. We dumb. Okay. Please have fun here from you. Okay, From dumb again to Alex. Delighted by your sense of humor and tale of your hijinks. Hope your terminal will cooperate for the foreseeable future. By the by, I was scraping Groundbreaker's comm network for tasty little tidbits. I noticed you declined the dock at Edgewater's landing pod. Instead, touched out in the wilderness. You rugged individualist, you. I only pray that idiot Thompson wasn't giving you any trouble. Anyway, I hope your meeting down in Terra 2 proved fruitful. Look forward to corresponding with you greater regularly. Alex, I don't know where you were raised, but I hazard a guess maybe in bar because anyone with even a modicum of decent rearing knows unforgivably rude to ignore the ardent, sincere messages of one friend. Okay. Hello? Hello? This finds you well. It's a pleasure to see you in my office again this week. Once again, I'm terribly sorry about the impounding mix-up. How could it have happened a second time? Terminals these days, I swear, dreadfully unreliable. Aha, just like your ship. I hope you've given some thought to that thing we discussed. You know about the Wells fellow? I'm so sorry to press, but I have the strangest tickling feeling that you really do know him. And if you could just tell me where he is, well, it'd be marvelous for our friendship, wouldn't it? Oh, okay, so he's trying to collect the bounty. Udom Bedford, okay? From Udom Bedford. Hello, Udom here, Udom Bedford. We met when I accidentally impounded your ship. My silly fat fingers embarrassed me once again. Hope that wasn't too terribly inconvenient for you. Such a pleasure for me. And I tremendously appreciate your forbearance, not thrilling, okay? Okay, well, I better be careful. So he's on Groundbreakers, and he's looking to collect a Phineas Wells. Oh. Sent message, dude. Look, there's no call for shouting. My terminal was busted. I had a few too many knocked off the desk. You know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta cut loose. I'm not telling you where Wells is, so lay off. Buy me a drink at the Lost Hope. Next time I'm in, I might forgive you. Okay. Okay, Captain's note. Shrink Ray. Note to self, remember this later. No better. Ada, remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean continually. Back to my point. I saw in actuality with my own two eyes subliminally powerful weapon in Wells' lab. Just sitting there for the taking. If Gray here were to look away or forget about maybe, or if I had asked a smidge more nicely, he called it a shrink ray, but wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create the thing by achievements of other scientists who dare push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I had heard rumors of fantastical weapons like this, weapons that push the boundaries of the mind, science. Laying eyes on Wells' shrink ray firsthand is enough to make a fellow wonder if there's more to the rumor, more to be had. Last time I got drunk, I was imbibing at the Last Hope on Groundbreaker. Look, Udom was really free with the drinks. He seemed like an okay fellow. Shamelessly but subtly eavesdropped on two Mardettes yammering on about a mad scientist 7 years back who claimed he had made a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony. Like none of us had heard of that one before, but here's a good part. The Mardet said the mad scientist kept yelling the hammer's power or something similar. A strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat. Sure fits the bill. Could be another one of the weapons that inspired Wells, okay? Black market leads. Why? Why won't Wells just give Shrink Ray to me? Blast into the depths of the labyrinth of Tartarus and back. Let the record show I did apologize for shouting him down 5 times. But architect be damned, it's just sitting there neglected, gathering dust. Joe commandeered and thanked him without asking permission or breaking expensive equipment when he said it wasn't ready yet. Then even if he wouldn't trust someone like me. What does that even mean? I asked. That I'm not trustworthy enough? That I used to wipe out the good, hard-working folks of the colony like some sort of moralist psycho? I'll admit to maintain some questionable associations. I follow a strict code of honor myself and mine. What's not suspecting that? Exactly. Now I have to wait until Wells forgets her. Thinks he's misplaced it. In the meanwhile, I've been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to others, at least science weapons throughout Halcyon. If gossip holds true, my next step will be to check with the black market merchants and Groundbreaker in Fallbrook. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I will be procuring those said weapons. Oh yeah. up. Okay, so let's go ahead and take another look around the ship. Halcyon Colony. Guess we're going to that moon over there. Haven't played that game in a long time. Looking around. What's that? Who is this? There's no response from the auto-mechanical unit. Serial number etched in its chassis includes the letter SAM. Unit doesn't respond to your high-pitched scream. Ah! So we'll have to talk. This is not Petunia. Petunia plant. Salmon. This book is heavily dog-eared with doodles in the margin. The modern steel wrench and you. Full of modified tools with unique mechanical usages. Digging around in here would be an easy way to lose a finger to a sawtooth blade. Okay, pick up spade. Pick up pet pills. Take that. My ammo. First wrench Dad ever gave me. She's been a friend ever since. Oh! This is Pavatti's room. Stern, older man with warm eyes. Okay. Okay. She's made herself at home. Excellent. That is one giant pipe wrench. Okay. Another sleeping quarters. So she's hanging out in the hold because she says it's quieter. Wow. Thanks. Let's check my inventory. Okay, it's not too bad. A dartboard. Very cool. Alright. Bathroom. We'll ask.
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died.
Okay. Vocational competence. Choosing to respecification prevents all your spent skill points, then you can spend them in a different way. Price to respec will increase time you use the machine. No? Okay. I think I took everything out of Pavarotti's room. Didn't realize it was her room. Okay. I hear her working on something. Let's ask Ada about Sam.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance?
Okay, know anything about the auto mechanical gathering dust in the janitor's closet?
The unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it, but I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
Okay, so I'm in the mood for some entertainment.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear?
Tell me a joke.
Two atoms were strolling through Roseway when one of them exclaimed, "I think I lost an electron." "Really?" the other asked. "Are you sure?" "Yes, I'm absolutely positive."
Play my favorite song.
Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
Oh no.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
That's not my favorite song.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song.
Okay. I guess play my favorite song then.
Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice. It's Spacer's choice.
You're just doing this to torment me, aren't you? Okay. Thanks.
My pleasure, Captain. As you wish, Captain.
Do you have a moment?
I must comply with all direct orders.
Well, I'm giving you an order. Do you have a moment to talk?
I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely.
What if you don't have a power source?
I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope?
Perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. I guess so.
When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative.
And what would that be?
Traveling the system with you, Captain.
Okay, what about your last captain? Do you miss him? Or is one captain the same as another?
Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
Okay. Have there been other captains of this vessel?
If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first? Yes, he was.
Okay, so about something.
How can I be of assistance?
I'd like to learn more about the colony.
What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Finn's orbital lab.
Ah, yes. As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, he built his laboratory into an asteroid. Orbital destinations can be challenging to land on. His more so than most.
Why's that?
The outlaw scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells has taken a measure of precautions to make the lab undetectable to those hunting him. Even knowing the location, my systems resist my orders to go where I instruct them.
Okay, so what do you know about Phineas?
There is a bounty on his head, one with a markedly high reward amount. Shall I engage the laser weapons system?
No, don't do that.
A sensible choice, as we do not have any laser weapons.
Okay, I want to talk about something else.
Of course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Let's talk about the groundbreaker.
We're cleared to dock with the groundbreaker if that's your desired destination. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously.
You can take care of that, right?
I can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1,435,498 tasks I am simultaneously executing in order to run our ship.
Great, thanks.
You are more than welcome, Captain.
Okay, well, tell me about the groundbreaker.
The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship. It has since been repurposed as a service station in the Lagrange point of the system. Freighters often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. The city ship hosts an array of cargo bays, factories, housing sections, and more. Many of Halcyon's companies maintain office spaces with station representatives in what is considered a truly neutral territory within the system. I have filed the required docking forms in triplicate, and fees have been paid.
Okay. I want to ask you about someone else.
Of course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Terra 2.
Where in Terra 2?
Emerald Vale and Edgewater.
Edgewater is the sparkling county seat of Emerald Vale, or it was when first built. Since then, neglect and time have worn away her shiny veneer. The town is near the coordinates where Captain Hawthorne died. It would not be unfortunate if something, like say a plague, were to wipe Emerald Vale from the face of the planet.
Wow. What do you think of the townspeople?
You mean the ones who did not answer my distress call with medical assistance, but instead came to issue my injured captain a parking ticket? I'm sure they are wonderful humans who don't deserve to be wiped out by starvation or a devastating plague.
See. So how's Edgewater faring since we left it?
Since you diverted power to Edgewater, the botanical lab shut down, and the deserters were forced to return to town. Meanwhile, the cannery's output increased, enabling the town's population to prosper. Thank you for nothing, Captain.
What would you have me do? Kill everyone?
I cannot say. First, I need to adjust my memory interpretation sensors, but I think my answer is yes.
Okay. So you're angry about that. Alright. Let's talk about something else then.
How can I be of assistance? What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Let's talk about this monarch.
Where in Monarch?
It's Cascadia.
Warning. All colonists are urged to reconsider travel to Cascadia due to infestation of mantisaurs and risk of indefinite detention or death.
Any people live in Cascadia aside from marauders?
There are no people aside from marauders in Cascadia. There is only death.
What do you mean? So what's the local report?
The local report is that you will very likely die if you leave Cascadia's landing pad.
Sounds dangerous.
This is one of those times where you say one word but really mean another, isn't it? I suppose you would find an environment like this fun.
Yeah, it might be something to see. Let's talk about somewhere else.
Of course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss?
Let's talk about
Where in Monarch?
that Cascadia. I like that look she had. You had.
Ah, Monarch. The armpit of the Halcyon system. Her last functioning port town is Stellar Bay. Well, that is if you don't count Sublight's Smuggler's Port in Fallbrook.
So, why is Monarch blockade?
I believe it has something to do with the planet being an uninhabitable wilderness and a lawless land with no corporate presence. You may wish to survey the residents in Stellar Bay for additional data points.
Okay. Smuggler's Port?
It's Sublight run for the purpose of shipping contraband, and before you ask, I don't know the coordinates, so I can't dock us there.
Okay, so I'll have to find that out. Sublight run for purposes. Okay, let's talk about something else.
How can I be of assistance?
Talk to you later, Ada.
I'll be here.
So she's not happy with me about what I did for Edgewater and how they didn't render assistance, but wanted to give her a parking ticket. Okay, so let's get underway. Oh, before we do that, let me check my terminal about Sam's pair. Oops. Search term first. Sam result. Do not forget you found a discarded sanitation and maintenance auto mechanical and Emerald Vale scrap heap during your last job. Should not be too difficult to get it up and running. With a few key modifications, I can envision a combat capable variant. Some might say a clean mean killing machine. Should be fun. Removal of factory standard part suds steeper was successful. Delivery of combat modified plate part asset steeper has been delayed. Okay. Progress setback is estimated now to be a solid 3 months. Not like I have more pressing matters to tend to sort. But I do. Okay. Experimental note 01697. I'm finding asset steep. I'm giving up hope on the delivery. Part is lost in transit. It's not turning up anytime soon. But good news. I heard from a fellow who knows a gal who knows the broker who overcharged me for the information regarding the location of an asset steeper. I can filch. Part was sent to an old storage facility in Roseway. I sure never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing Ani abandoned it years ago. I'll pick it up following the next pit stop back to Emerald Vale. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details to come. Okay. Let's get this show on the road. Sentry saver. Let's get some sleep. So, weapons for the void. Acquire the science weapon on Groundbreaker. Logs on Hawthorne's terminal mention rumors from the Groundbreaker of a scientist who bragged about a powerful weapon he was researching. Perhaps more details being found on the station. Another Hawthorne's log mentioned looking in Gladys's shop for old records. Apparently, the smuggler acquired several leads that way. required fitness is science weapon. Logs on Hawthorne's terminal indicate this fitness has a powerful weapon in its orbital lab. Cleaning machine. Find an acid steeper. Depart from Roseway. Okay. Well, first quest is this. Alright. Let's take a seat. And Celia is one of the largest asteroids orbiting Halcyon, the largest in grouping rocks known as the Charbulus cluster. Halcyon's mining once claimed the asteroid, but its prospecting site was abandoned decades ago. Okay. An uninhabitable, icy planetoid on the edge of the Halcyon system. Typhon has nothing to offer the Halcyon colony. It's locked. Okay. It's about Rosie. Alright. Toggle.
The groundbreak.
What? Space Source Travel Advisor. Welcome to the system map. Here you can see all the planets in the system, as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location you have unlocked. Though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land there. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous, and all employees are encouraged to remain home or at work.
Has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Okay.
Welcome back, Captain. How can I be of assistance? Take care. I require a functioning captain to run the ship.
Okay. Here we go.
Hey, Cap, can we talk?
Of course.
Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson?
Okay.
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
Sure, we can head over to engineering now.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time. Did you want to talk about something else?
Let's get going. Alright. So this snows a little bit, but she's trying to brush up. That's fine.